This is Scars, and I'm back with another guide video. This time I'm going to put guide and combos together since Marduk doesn't have a whole lot of combos, but this guide is going to teach you overall basics for him. Marduk's charge move is half circle back plus kick. It's double leg takedown. Pretty much useless to use as an attack as far as charge moves, but it is useful in some situations. You can cancel his Tekken strings into double leg and then dash out of that to make it safer, as you saw there. Notable normals: crouching light punch, good hitbox, good to use to set up regular B&B combos and also to set up your light punch SPD pressure. You can kind of stagger the second crouching light punch a little bit, and that way you can go right into a tick throw, or if they're trying to jump away from your tick throw, it'll usually hit them in their pre-jump animation. Light kick moves you forward a little bit. As you can see there, it'll move you kind of into SPD range. The hitbox is decent, but really what you're using it for is the fact that it moves you forward, not for the actual hitbox, and to keep pressure on. Then also up close, sometimes I like to use close medium punch. Has a good hitbox, and it seems to land counter hits. From far away, you're going to want to use hard punch and hard kick. Hard punch is from about mid to far range. Has a good hitbox on it. You can also cancel it in a medium punch afterwards for a combo. That's one of his target combos. We'll show you later. His hard kick has to have one of the longest hitboxes in this game. I mean, look at that. It's like 3/4 screen. It's fucking ridiculous. So it's the best poke from far range, and then hard punch is from about mid-far. Anti-airs, his light punch gator is one of the best anti-airs in the game if you time it right. You have to time it to where you're going to catch him right at the point of his hand. The reason light punch and EX are so much better anti-airs than his other ones are because they are jump-in immune, which basically they eat through the attacks if you time them right. The only reason to use EX over light punch is for the extra damage, really. Close light punch is also a good anti-air if they're hitting you like right at your head or neck level. You have to time it a little late, but it'll usually win out. Doesn't trade that often. Crouching hard punch can also be used as an anti-air from far away, but honestly, from that range, I think light punch gator is still the best. Air to airs, I feel like Marduk is the worst character in this game as far as air to airs. Both of the ones that I'm listing here are both garbage, but they're all you have, so use them. Jumping medium punch, if you throw it out early, it'll usually win. Jumping light kick has a little better hurt box on it, so it won't trade quite as often, but it also doesn't reach very far. For jump-ins, you have jumping medium kick. It's pretty dang good cross-up. You can time it early, you can time it mid, you can time it late, and you're still going to get the combo afterwards. You can even time it so late that it basically hits the back of their knees, you see right there, and it still gets you to the combo. His jumping hard kick is kind of like a foot dive. You can use it as like an instant overhead almost, but it is a very small horizontally hitbox, and you're going to need to go into training and kind of test out how you want to use it. Jumping hard punch, it has a good hitbox on it, and you can do it really early and you're still going to get the combo because it puts him in so much damn hit stun. You can also time it late and it doesn't actually come out, and you can use that to kind of set up into an SPD mix-up. Command normals, you have wake up sweep, which is down plus punch. It is pretty much useless. It only works if you're face down. There's only a few situations in the game like Gives SPD that leaves you like that. Or you can wake up hammer, which is just punch as you wake up. Both are pretty much useless. Mongolian chop, however, is useful. It's an overhead, and it's pretty good meaty also. Starts up slow, but once it gets out, it is a good attack. It's +8 on hit and only -1 on block. Spinning back fist is a tool you're going to be using a lot. Has 1 hit of armor. Really slow, but from about medium range, it's useful to mix in during the match. You can combo into a light punch or light kick afterwards, or you can do an SPD mix-up. And as you can see here, I actually got the back fist and the SPD to combo. Has a few Tekken strings that are useful. Revolving trap kick is useful. It doesn't actually combo outside of a juggle, but it is useful in juggles, as you can see here. Jab body combo is actually useful to throw in during the match because it does combo and it has pretty good hitbox on it. You're going to want to do it from about close to mid-range. It's only -2 frames on block. Left right to gut check is -14 on block, so do not use it in the match very often. You can use it as a stagger string to try to land counter hits, but it's mostly useful in combos. Quick elbow is very useful in a match from about mid-range. Comes off of your hard punch, which has a good hitbox on it, and then you get the medium punch follow and go straight into a combo. You can also dash cancel to get out of it. Northern Light Suplex is your SPD. This is your main tool. This is why people are going to be afraid of you. Light Punch has the best range, but honestly, compared to the other punches, it's only a slight step closer that it gets you. So really, for close mix-ups, go for Hard Punch, get the extra damage. It's the same frame startup. EX is invincible until it comes out, which is like the first 5 frames. Give and Hugo may be retardedly good in this game, but we have the fastest SPD at 4 frames, so Give can go suck a biggin. Your Gator Slam, as we said earlier, the Light Punch and EX are really good anti-airs. They're invul from frame 1 to 9, and you want to use your Hard Punch for combos. It also helps with your SPD mix-up. When people try to jump out of your SPD, you wait just a second and Gator Slam them. They can't do shit about it. Double leg takedown is only useful in combos. You follow up with a punch. It doesn't get as much damage, but it keeps them right in front of you. Or if you want to throw them into the corner, you can use kick. It gets a little more damage. EX is the main time that you're going to be using double leg takedown because it gives you the wall bounce. His super, Mount Rush, is one of the fastest supers. It's active in 4 frames, but it's only invincible for the first 5 frames. So it's best used as a quick punish like you see here on like a Light Punch Shoryuken or something like that. Overall, you got to make him fear your SPD first. That's your main goal when you get into the match. Once you make him fear the SPD, you're going to hit him as they try to jump away with your staggered crouching light punches or your staggered Tekken strings. So set up the SPDs with the crouching light punches or the late jump in hard punches. He does have some good normals, it's just you got to know where to throw them out from and how much startup you have on them. But use your strings, your stagger strings, mainly the ones that are only like -2 frames on block, to mix in your footsie. Find ways to incorporate Mongolian chop into your offense and your spinning back fist, along with tick throws and things of that nature. I feel like Marduk is a good overall character. He may be a little tough to use and a little tough to get used to at first, but with that quick SPD, you can really create some good mix-ups, and he's a really fun character overall. He's very meter hungry though. You need to, I think, have a battery as your first character and use Marduk second. That's how I like to play him. Some fun stuff on tag in. You can hit him with the multi-hit, switch into Marduk, and then light SPD him right when those hit frames end. Or once they get used to that, you can just pause and then hit him with the Gator when they try to jump out of your SPD. On to gems. Personally, I use all meter gems with him because he really needs that meter. Sometimes I use a speed gem on the end. As far as which ones to use, as far as the activation requirements, I like the ones that activate when a teammate lands a launcher to bring Marduk in, or when they block your normals, because you're going to be throwing out a lot of crouching light punches into tick throws and things of that nature, so they're going to be blocking a lot of attacks from you. These are some of his B&B combos. This one starts with crouching light punch into another crouching light punch, which you're going to be doing a lot. In combos, I like to use his revolving trap for his wall bounce combos. I feel like it's a little easier than that jab body you just saw because the jab body has really tricky timing off of the wall. Once you get used to it, you could land it consistently, but I feel like to start off with, revolving trap is much easier. He gets pretty good damage as long as he has that 1 bar of EX for his wall bounce. Here you see a combo off of the foot dive. As far as on cross rush, he can't get a whole lot of juggle. A good solid one to start off with is just going to be crouching medium punch and hard punch Gator. Now on combo switch, if you have something that pops up the opponent high enough, you can get a jumping hard kick into a more advanced combo, or you can throw in the 1 bar of EX if you want to get a little fancier. If you have any questions or combos you want me to include in here, just comment below. I try to answer every legitimate question. And that's it. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to try to do one of these every 3 or 4 weeks. So subscribe if you want to see more cross Tekken videos.